Hello everyone. In this lesson, we'll look at normally open buttons, normally closed buttons, latching buttons, and signal lamps. Before we start, let's take a quick look at the interface of the program we'll be using. The program is called plcforge. It has both a mobile version and a Windows desktop version. I'll leave the links in the description. You can use whichever you like, or even a different simulation tool for this series. Now, on the program's homepage, at the top right, there are language options. Several languages are available. You can pick whichever you prefer. I'll continue in English. With Create New Project, you can start a new circuit project. And at the very bottom, you can see any circuits you've saved before. Below that, there's the course section. The program has a built-in course with a roadmap like this. If you want, you can learn on your own from here. Right below it, there's the tutorial section, which shows you how to use the program itself. It guides you step by step and has you build a circuit. Worth checking out. Below that is the template section with ready-built circuits. You can pick any of them and work on it. For example, I picked the timer one. As you can see, there's a ready-made circuit here. You can build on it if you like. Or you can create your own template. It allows that too. Below that is the challenges section, again with plenty of circuits. Some of them are given to you with a fault inside. It asks you to find that fault, or it has you build a circuit from scratch. That's really useful too. I recommend it. Now let's hit Create New Project and start a new project. The first component of this lesson is the signal lamp. What is a signal lamp? It's a component that lights up when current flows through it. Why is it used in industry? Mostly to give information to the operator. For example, green when the machine is running, red when it's stopped, or yellow when it's ready to start. You can set up scenarios like that. Now let's light our first lamp. There's a toolbox menu here. In the toolbox, we pick the components we'll use in the circuit. For example, there's a PLC menu with PLC-related components inside. There's a power menu with power-related components. There are quite a lot of components here, and over the coming lessons we'll use almost all of them. Now, from the power menu, I'm taking a three-phase power supply. So what is a three-phase supply? It's the basic energy source we use in a control panel. It depends on the project, of course, but we usually bring three-phase power into the control panel and feed the other components and the motor from it. It's our main energy source. There are just a couple of points we need to know at this stage. This is actually a deep topic. We don't need all of it. A couple of key points are enough for now. So what do we need to know? Here, the L1, L2, and L3 terminals are the phases. The N terminal is the neutral, and the PE terminal is the ground. Also, between the phases L1, L2, L3, the voltage is 380 volts. Between a phase and neutral, it's 220 volts. That's all we need to know about the three-phase supply for now. Notice there's also a question mark button at the top right of the component. What does it do? Let's click it. I clicked it. It gives me an info card about this component. Its terminals, how to wire it, how to use it. In plcforge, every component has a question mark button like this at its top right. Use it whenever you need. Now I'm going to grab a signal lamp. The signal lamp is in the field menu. Green, yellow, red. I took a green one. Now we'll wire this lamp up and light it. Notice it says 24 volts DC on my lamp, but my power supply doesn't give 24 volts DC. What does it give? 380 volts AC or 220 volts AC. So what do? Either I add a power supply in between, a device converting 220 volts down to 24, or I set my lamp to 220 volts. I'll pick the 220 volt lamp. I won't use a power supply this time. We'll use one in the next lesson. I clicked once on my lamp. As you can see, there are two options. Should the lamp run on 24 volts DC or 220 volts AC? I'm choosing 220 volts AC. My lamp now runs on 220 volts AC. Now how do I wire it? I'll take one terminal of the lamp into any of the three phases. For example, L1. and the other terminal of the lamp goes out to the neutral. Remember, where was 220 volts? Between a phase and neutral. I could have picked any of the 3 phases. Now let's run the simulation with the run button at the top right. I started the simulation. My lamp is on. But right now I have no control over this lamp. So what do? This is where the normally open button comes in. What is a normally open button? Under normal conditions, nobody pressing it. Its contacts stay open and it doesn't pass energy. When you press it, it closes its contacts and passes the energy through. Let me show you. I'm deleting the circuit wires. From the button menu, I'm taking a button in O. In O meaning normally open. Now look, this contact here is open. This part is what we call the contact. And the part we press is the button. As you can see, the contact is open. When I press this button, it will close this contact. Then the energy I feed in here will pass through to this side. Let's wire it up right away, again with 220 volts. I took it from L1 into one terminal of the button, out the other, into the lamp, out of the lamp and into the neutral. So what did I do? I'm still applying 220 volts to the lamp. But now there's one button in between, normally open. Now I'm in control, starting the simulation. As you can see, right now the energy is only on the L1 line. On the right side, no energy is reaching the lamp. Now I press my button. I'm holding it down. The contact closed. Energy started flowing and my lamp is on. I let go. The contact returned to normal and the lamp went out. When I let go, there's a spring mechanism inside the button that pushes the contact back. I release. The spring pushes the contacts back to their old state. Press. Contacts closed. Holding. Release. The spring pushed them back open and the lamp went out. That's the normally open button. Now there's also its exact opposite, the normally closed button. What is that? Under normal conditions. Its contacts are closed and it passes energy. When you press it, it opens the contacts and cuts the energy. Let's see that one too. Here in the menu, there's the button NC. NC, normally closed, written right there in English. I took the NC button. Look, its contacts are closed. Closed under normal conditions. Let's wire a lamp after it. From the field menu, I took a red lamp this time. Again, I won't use 24 volts. I'll use 220. How do I wire it? In some way, I need 220 volts, so from the button, I need to reach a phase. But I can also do this. Instead of going all the way to the phase, this phase here is L1 and it already comes to this terminal of my button. So if I connect from here to here, what happens? I've still connected it to L1. It's on the L1 line. I'm just taking it from up close to avoid cable clutter. Right, out of the button's other terminal, into the lamp. And from the lamp, I can go to the neutral again. The neutral already comes here. That's why I connect here. Again, to avoid cable clutter. Okay, now, let's start the simulation with run. As you can see, the red lamp lit up immediately. Now I press the button. It opened the contacts. See, I let go? The spring brought them back and the lamp went back on. That's how the normally closed button works. Another one we use a lot is the latching button. These spring types. I press, I release, they come back. Press, release, back again. With a latching button, it doesn't come back. It stays put. Let's see it in a circuit. Here we go. From the button menu, I took a selector switch. Now look here. The switch is in position 0. When I press it, it goes to position 1 and stays there even after I let go. Let's put a lamp after it and see the circuit. From the field menu, I'm taking a yellow lamp this time and setting its voltage to 220 volts AC again. The wiring is the same. From one terminal, I go to the face. The other terminal goes to the lamp. And the lamp's other terminal goes to the neutral line. Okay, let's run the simulation. Our switch starts at position 0. I pressed once and let go. The lamp lit up and stayed on. See, the switch is in position 1. It latched. Now I press once more. It returns to 0. The lamp went out. And that's how the latching button works. In today's lesson, we covered buttons and signal lamps. If anything's unclear, write it in the comments. If this is helpful, you can subscribe and like the video. See you in the next lesson.